Hello, Desert Mountain members. Thank you so much for tuning into this next edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast. My name is Patrick McKenzie.
My name is Michael Craven, and we are also joined here with Kim Atkinson. Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good to see you.
I just want to say real quick, this is our 10th episode.
Number 10.
Wow.
We're rolling. We're rolling. We're rolling. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, whoever is going to join us today is very fortunate to be on such a
milestone.
Right.
It's a milestone episode.
Perfect 10. What a segue to the lovely and talented Haven Lewis. Haven, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Haven is our lifestyle activities manager. Been here at Desert Mountain for how many years now?
It'll be 4 years in April.
4 years in April. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so, Haven, this is a big week for you and for the many members who have found a passion for the game of bocce.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything going on special this week that our members need to know about?
Yeah, we've got our fall playoffs and championship this week. It starts tonight at 4 o'clock. Yeah, our first round, and then tomorrow, second round and championship on Thursday. So,
And just so our members know, we film on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This will come out on Thursday. But you did tell me that there's something that the members can still do between now and when they hear this on Friday. What is that? They need to register for something, do they not?
yeah, so our spring league will start in February, but the registration for the spring league ends this Friday. So they can log on to the member website and go under the Bocce page and get registered, or I send out the link directly from the Bocce newsletter as well. So if they're on the newsletter, they'll get it directly. If not, it's on the Bocce page.
I've read the newsletter, and it's really wonderful. You do a great job with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What doesn't she do a good job with?
That's
Haven's
true.
all over it all the time.
She really is. She really is. So tell us about yourself then. If you've been here for 4 years, came from where I know you graduated in state from the Northern Arizona University.
Yep. Yeah. So I went to school at NAU. I graduated in 2017 with a Bachelor of Science degree in hotel and restaurant management. When I graduated, I'd been working at Forest Highlands Golf Club up in Flagstaff. And so when I graduated, I had already been promoted to assistant clubhouse manager. So it was all food and beverage background. And so that's what I did. And did that for a year, really enjoyed it. But in Flagstaff, it's so small. So once you graduate, everyone kind of leaves. And so I was itching to try something different. And so I ended up sending my resume to every club down here in the Valley. And the next day, Stan Busher, who's no longer here, but he saw my resume and called me and offered me just an internship, which I was more than happy about just because it gave me the opportunity to try other things without fully committing, if that makes sense. So,
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah, so it was kind of perfect. I mean, I came from management, but liked taking kind of a step back to try other things, and immediately really liked Sonoran and everything that they do there, and kind of started working underneath Greg Leonard, and him and Damon proposed bocce to me. And I'd never played. Forest Highlands had 2 courts, but never saw anybody use them, so I never knew how to play or what the rules of the game were. So I kind of just reached out to like my manager that I worked with at Forest Highlands because I knew he ran a bocce league in California. And so he sent me all of his materials and everything. And so that's kind of how I started with bocce and got the full-time position here at Desert Mountain after my internship. So.
Well, we're so lucky to have you. It's been a wild ride in the world of bocce. So then when you first started, you did your research, you were Googled bocce, you did all those things and studied up. Yeah. And when we first started, how many members were involved in the bocce league?
Yeah, so when we just started with 1 day a week. It was Tuesdays, I believe, and it was only 8 teams. So I had about 80 members that started the first league. It was definitely trial and error, like not very many people, but it was nice because it was such a gradual increase, but it caught on like wildfire.
I was just going to say that.
Knows.
And so in today's team bocce world, what are we looking at in terms of sheer numbers?
Yeah, so starting with 8 teams this fall. So this was the third year of it. I started in the fall of 2018. So this was the third year. I had 62 teams play this fall. And looking ahead to the spring, I'm looking at about 90.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good percentage of our membership.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many of our members would identify as a bocce ball player? How many bocce players do we have here?
Just based off of like my emailing list and how many new faces I see at 101s, I would say probably at least half.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
Watch out, golf.
Desert Mountain Bocce Club.
Right.
That's so good.
Oh man.
I mean, it is incredible. We've gone out to a lot of the championship matches.
We've seen a lot of them.
If you haven't been out,
It's intense.
very.
It's gotten heated a couple times, I think.
It can get a little heated. Sometimes the two colors seem equidistant from the. I don't want to say it wrong. What's
Polino.
I was going to ask her, what's the correct pronunciation? 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like every time we go to a match, that comes up. People are asking,
Yeah.
how do you say it? How do you say
I
it?
usually say any P word will work because I've heard panini, I think was the very first.
Delicious.
The pickleballers came up with that. So panini was one. Polenta, puppy, the P. I've heard it just called the P.
Wow.
The P.
Yeah. And then Polina, Polino. Yeah. Lots of different names. So
But Haven knows because she's a bocce expert now.
exactly?
Yeah.
She's done her research.
Speaking of names, I know we've heard there's some pretty interesting team names as well, right?
yeah. There's definitely a lot of creative people out there. There's
And they've got like uniforms and everything
They
too.
do.
Jerseys and shirts. And it's awesome to see.
Yeah, I would say the Ball Busters. It's an all women's team. They were my first team to put team shirts together,
Yeah.
and they're so fun, particularly just because they add a new item to their ensemble every season, and so so it started with shirts, and then it went to pink sparkly shoes, and then they have pom poms. They have like fuzzy. Like wrist
Pom-poms.
cuffs now. Yeah, they've gone full out, but it's so great. It's awesome to see.
I love it.
Yeah, and lots of teams have team shirts now, so lots of
Very cool.
Yeah.
Debauchery was one that stands out to me.
Yeah.
What are some other just fantastic names?
I love Polino Grigios is a really good one. Chubachi is a good one.
That's good.
Yeah, we've got, different ones like Thirsty Rollers. Bocce Bangers is one. There's Red Zin, which is a fun one, I think.
Yeah.
Their friends have a second team, and they are called Green Goes, so they kind of play off of each other, which is really fun too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are they the reigning champs? Red Zin?
Red Zin is, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's everybody else. That's the
That's the team to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's the play on words with the Red Zin team? I thought I heard a little something about that.
Yeah, so some people think that it's a playoff of like Red Zinfandel, which it does, but the main reason why they chose that name is because it's a play on like when you're calling out who's closer. So you'll say, oh, like Red's in, green throws or green goes. And so it's kind of a play on when we're playing, when we are announcing which team it is to throw.
So clever.
Yes.
So clever.
What would our team name be, Mike?
Oh,
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
did.
But
You
I'm
did.
sorry. We'll come back to that later.
okay. I'll be thinking about it.
And so let's say you are not in a league and you would be a good candidate probably to come to your 101 sessions, right? Is that kind of what you see as the newcomers and those who sign up for that?
Yeah.
How would you recommend somebody new to the game? What would be the best time to go out and play? And how many of your buddies would you want to call out to go out and play? Because now we have the 3 courts,
Yeah.
or the 3 locations rather, where we have multiple courts. So there's some ample areas to go out and play.
Yeah. Definitely the courts get used a lot during the time that the Bocce League is going on, because a lot of teams will schedule practices and things like that. But you can play bocce with just 2 people. Like it could be husband and wife or a couple of friends. But the great thing about bocce is it doesn't have to be just 2 people. It can be, 4 people or 6 or 8 or 12 or even an odd amount. You can kind of mix it up and everything. For the leagues, we require teams to be at least 8 people, and then they can have more than 8. But if you're just going out for fun to play, I mean, I think having 4 people is a great number because then it's like 2v2 and you just play the whole court. But I've had lots of people do parties and things like that. But good times, I mean, anytime during the day, I would definitely still recommend people reserving courts just to be safe. But that evening time is where it starts to get a little crowded, which makes sense because a lot of people will go play before dinner or after dinner. But if you're just looking to go out and play and have a good time, I mean, anytime during the afternoon works. So
wonderful. And the new courts at Outlaw are getting some good usage.
Yes. We use those this summer and then for this fall league as well. So definitely getting lots of play on it. I think it's a really nice ambiance out there too.
Definitely.
With the restaurant and
I
everything.
feel like the last couple of times Mike and I have been over to Outlaw,
There's always someone over there.
It's been packed over there.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most popular court with the members?
Definitely 7 for a couple reasons. So a lot of people like that it's a larger area to play on. So 7 is, well, let me back up. So Outlaw and Sonoran are 60 feet by 10, and then Outlaw is 73 feet by 13.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit bigger. So a lot of people find that a little bit more fun to play on.
Like the championship court.
Yeah.
Is that regulation?
No, so actually I can't even talk. Regulation size is 90 by 13.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So a little
Interesting.
bit bigger. So actually none of our courts are regulation size.
Can you edit this out?
Yeah, we won't say that. Okay.
But they're made for fun.
Yes, yeah, they're made for fun.
You mentioned the 101 that you do. If there's someone listening that just doesn't know anything about bocce, or maybe they're thinking about getting into it, do you have like a tip that you could give someone, like if they're just starting out and maybe they just head out and they just start playing?
Yeah.
What would you tell a newbie?
If someone new is looking to play, I offer the Bocce 101s once a month. But I've heard lots of stories of people going out and not really knowing how to play and then just watching other people that are on the court. And a lot of people will just, grab them and be like, hey, like, have you ever played before? No, here, let me teach you. I have a lot of people that are on bocce teams because they just went to go watch at the courts. And people, were either new to Desert Mountain or new to bocce and they just got, pulled into a game. So,
That's a great tip.
Yeah, just get out
Show
there.
up.
Just show
Yeah,
up.
just
Show
show
up and grab a drink and watch for a little bit. Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome.
Those matches do get quite a crowd,
Yeah.
especially the playoffs.
There must have been
It's like a
100
whole gallery.
people. Yeah, it was a gallery. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, my dad and I have joked before. My dad thinks I should get a channel on one of the TVs at Desert Mountain and just have bocce, like live bocce going on.
24/7 bocce.
I'm for it. Yeah.
Put up a camera and let it roll.
Yeah.
Polino TV.
Speaking of a gallery, we had a gallery for the dodgeball tournament that you just hosted over the Thanksgiving weekend. You do other things other than bocce. I know you run the croquet program here, right?
Yep.
Tell us about some of the other things that you do here.
Yeah. So when I first started, bocce and golf croquet were my main focuses. With bocce only having, 90 people to start, that wasn't yet a full-time position for me, so I had to fill my time with other stuff. So Greg was great. He really gave me kind of free reins to do any and all things I wanted. So I started putting together different events and activities. So now I do a whole plethora of things. So dodgeball is one of them. I did an amazing race for Thanksgiving this year and last year, which is just like the TV show.
So fun.
Yeah.
Everybody
so much fun.
Everybody who does it has a blast.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
And we had the video footage to prove it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And then I also do beer Olympics, cornhole tournaments as well. All sorts of stuff. Bingo. I've got a bingo event coming up in January. That's almost sold out. So
man.
that'll be a lot of fun. Game nights, all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just call her the competition director.
Well, no, what did you say? Director of fun. Isn't that what?
That's
isn't
where
that,
I was
Director
going.
of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. All the
Awesome.
fun things.
Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I mean, speaking of fun, there's fun right around the corner over at 7
Yeah.
with the tournament getting started pretty soon.
Yeah, I know.
We probably need to let Haven get on her way to enjoy some competition. And any predictions? Is it too early?
I don't know. I like to think that it's anybody's game. I've had a few, seasons where I thought, maybe this team will take it, and then there's been an upset. So you never know. I think
she knows who she thinks going to win. She's just being
Well, the more teams that join, the more competition out there.
Right.
There'll be
Yeah.
some more parity, I think.
Yeah. So this is the playoffs are my top 16 from the whole league. So out of 62 teams, it's my top 16. So
okay.
they're all very good teams. So I think it really is anybody's game this season.
Wow, you heard that? Heard it here first.
My money is on Red Zin just because I can't bet against them because they're
Well, they got the member with the bucket hat. He wins all the time. I've never seen him make a bad shot.
no, he's unbelievable.
He's incredible.
The whole team. is
What's his
incredible.
name officially? So I don't say Bucket Hat Man anymore.
Robert Clark.
Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark.
Okay, thank
is,
you. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
So
talented.
he's my favorite.
he's my favorite. I'm not going to bet against him until somebody proves it otherwise. Okay.
Haven, it was such a pleasure having you here today. We had so much fun. You are the queen of fun on the mountain. I mean, all of these activities, really, it's just endless activities, endless fun. Thank you for bringing your creativity, kind of lightening things up a little bit. Not that we needed to be lightened up because it's always been such a fun place to be, but to have dodgeball and all these fantastic family activities, I think really makes us a special place because of you. So thank you for bringing that to
you.
us.
Thank you, Haven.
Haven. And just, you not only you schedule a lot of these things, plan them out, run them, have to kind of control them in the moment. If things get off the rails or whatever, you have to bring it in. So you are the director of fun, but also you really keep everything together and glued up. So we appreciate you, everything
Definitely.
that you do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck at the tournament.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Haven.
you.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Haven.
See you soon.
Craven Boys, do we have some trivia from last week?
Do we ever
to
not
touch on?
have trivia?
Always got trivia.
Always some kind of trivia going on.
So if you remember, Kim, last week we had Paxton O'Connor, who was excellent.
An award-winning guest.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Very listened to podcast. So thank you everyone
Yes,
out there who
yes.
listened to that. And we talked about a lot of the things that they do at the Performance Center, one of them being new grips on a golf club, a new grip. How many grips do you think had been put on clubs here on the mountain in 2021 so far? Answer 6,500 grips.
Goodness gracious.
Get a grip. Wow.
And if you were to line up all of those grips,
You would go from Scottsdale, Arizona to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I did the math.
You did the math already.
I might not have done
So
it
I-
right, but I tried.
okay.
Well, you're better at math than me, so I trust you.
Okay.
Okay.
Perhaps we should move on to the next trivia
Let's
question.
just bring it back. Yeah.
Bring it
Yeah,
on back
yeah.
in. All right.
So one of the things that Haven mentioned just when she was with us was the fact that registration will end Friday. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And she's expecting to have her largest registration yet. How many Desert Mountain members will be registered bocce players for this upcoming season?
I mean,
3/4 of the membership,
Yeah, she said we have almost half.
right?
So
It's going to be a substantial number for sure.
90 teams this past season, but that doesn't exactly. Some teams have more.
You got to
more
have
players.
at least 8 players.
Yeah,
So
but you don't know if they're going to have more.
they could have more.
Correct.
But you know that each team has at least 8.
You guys are really
You gotta
walking
start
everybody
somewhere.
down a very good path.
Yeah. We're just trying. We got to help out a little bit.
a little bit.
Because
We don't even know the answer
there's a
yet.
gift card involved. So
Yeah,
Gift card.
members, please email us with your answer of how many will be registered to marketing@desertmt.com.
just hop on your phone and do it. It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
You just
Get a
leaving
gift
money
card.
on the table if you don't get. If you can't win if you don't play, right? That's the famous saying.
Absolutely.
All right, now we always end this with our shots heard around the mountain,
Yes.
and we've got one shot to tell you about today.
Just one?
From just one today. Now that doesn't mean there haven't been more, but this is the ones that have been reported to us.
Okay.
So last week we had David Smith, December 8th, hole in one at Apache.
If you're
hole
going to
number
have only
3.
one, it's a hole in one, right? You gotta have it.
Absolutely.
That's
Congratulations,
great.
Mr. Smith.
Congratulations.
Well, I really appreciate everyone joining us.
Again, thank you. The 10th episode is in the books.
Nice to have you back, Patrick.
It's good to be back. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
As
Kim.
always, it's been a pleasure.
And we'll see you around the mountain.
And next week.
And next week.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.